But this little dude here damn near gives us like 40% more damage, so it's kind of correct. I was already pretty comfy damage-wise. Now I'm just definitely feeling like, there we go, there's a red map. We're going to progress in a very continuous trajectory here, I think. Let's dismiss our old merc. Our new merc, by the way, is called Baknar Gostis. We're to give him our Victorio's charity. So he is very comfy with that little shield. I don't think I have anything else really for him. Well, I can give him a belt of the Deceivers, you know, Perez, and then a Obliteration, just to potentially give him explosions. It's something. Look at a bunch of yellow maps to do and some white maps even. Another portal gem. How kind. So I feel like we're probably good offensively, and I just am going to think about defense stuff now. I feel pretty chonky, I would say. Detonate dead, get the fuck away. Mercs are such an absurd amount of power. They're not being added to the game for really for a reason, because you are just really strong when you got a merc nearby. My only real complaint about having the merc is it's just a visual clusterfuck now. I kind of have to build to be able to not see, because I'm gonna have a really hard time seeing a lot of effects between my own Stormburst and yeah, between my own Stormburst and the merc, just shitting out particles, you know. That is a really good ring. Has no chaos res though, so it's shit. Funny how that works. I do occasionally see the Obliteration go off. When the merc's Absolution kill stuff, I hear the pop from Obliteration. So that's working. Precinct boss is some rogue exiles. We're going to keep our distance here. Visual clarity is not good right now. Doing a white map now, and you could really see the Absolution from my merc is just popping packs. Pop, pop, pop. Little Chaos Warband boss. Infamous Storming Zealot. Uh-oh. It's the first infamous merc we've seen in a while, honestly. Alright, what's he looking like? He has a Divine Ire. That scares me. Does he have anything super juicy? Yeah, I don't know if I mentioned it. Infamous mobs will have these specific infamous rolls. His of the Conk round gives max res. Rest of his shit is kind of wank, but we're just going to take this stack deck. I'm still spooked by him, though. Like, I could see him killing me. Oh, I just lost all my mana, so something dunked on me. I'm going to assume most of his shit could kill me. Alright, we got him, though. Full stack deck. Woo! Onyx Amulet, and a Carnage Heart. Null and Void. Null and Void are the Rampage. Rampage gloves. We'll just put them on our merc, just in case. I don't know what. Recipe for ES. Oh, he died so fucking fast. Okay. Got another Atlas invitation coming up here. Extra little point. 1, 2, 3. Totems down. Time to fight some bosses. And there we go. Alright. Extra passive. Mineral Pools is one of my least favorite tile sets. It is just windy nuggets of nonsense, and I have no interest in this fucking map. Love to see our Vivid Harvest the yellow beasts, because they give us, you know, our chance of getting some yellow juice, which we've been using to reroll chaos on our body, because it's like we got a body, but it's not rolling anything usable. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Fuck off! Hey, goddamn mercs, man. That was might not have been the closest call yet, but that was up there. He fucking wave of conviction me for my entire life pool. This fight's not over yet. He's got warp. He could reach me. He's got conk. What the fuck has he got? Purifying flame, wave of conviction. This guy's a fucking demon. Jesus Christ. Alright. I didn't like that. Guadalupe didn't like that. Life rank 5. What a good craft. 1, 2, 3. Jeez Louise, man. Just gonna reroute some points. I path through. Fortune favors the bold undertakings. It does nothing unless you actually use that craft, so it's just a way of refunding some points. I think we're going to start putting some points into Einhar, Bestiary. It's something I'd like to do just for us to get some of these key uniques that I would like to use and we're just missing. So, like the Emperor's Grasp or the, the Astral Projector. I would love to get those things for swapping over to Shockwave Totem. This is bad. I just keep making bad items. Okay, so because we're into yellow maps, we also have access to yellow Kirik if we need him. We're still trying to fill out the missing white. So we're missing if at all, but there's still going to be some yellows we haven't done yet. So that's a priority. It's just whatever maps we haven't done that are still good. So in this case, Arsenal. This is a good one. We're going to do this. And of course, resetting Kirik means we get access to a new shop set, and there could be something new in here, which there is. Drop Island and Park. Whoop, whoop, whoa, ho, 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 ho. That was, that's as low as you can get, I think. That was pretty close. I'm just playing like a moron, though. Alright, it's boss time. We know the boss is twinned. I don't think it's anything else, but it's twinned. Might be possessed, but it's definitely twinned. Is this the 6-link flesh ripper in this ritual? Okay. What am I doing with... I mean... Sure. I have a beast for gloves I could do. Wouldn't mind grabbing me a little Empire's Grasp from this bad boy. Alright, let's see what we get. And snake pits. Alright. I don't need snake pits. That's fine. Sorry, snake bite, not snake pit. Snake pit's a ring. Okay, Trop Island time. This is a fun map. Oh, divines. Those are the first divines we've seen. I don't, have a tremendous use for divines at the moment compared to, like, if he had a very good weapon. But he actually has nothing, so I'm going to take the divines. I mean, they're really good for crafting. That's the main use for divines in SSF. Obviously, it's the predominant, $20 bill of Trade League. But, yeah, in SSF, it's really good for crafting recipes. Alright, let's be really careful here, because this is a twinned boss and they're ghosted. We know it's a big monkey, right? But, yeah, we don't know what they're ghosted with. That's the thing. One of them's ghosted something that makes them super quick, for example. That causes a problem. Looks like they're pretty tame. Also play it safe. Alright, there we go. Guaranteed 5 socket recipe, sure. Faustus time. Any uniques? Nope. Oh, it's Maven time. Maven Mervale, that's already twinned, so double twinned. The recipe over here somewhere. There it is. Special defenses. You can only grab those defenses if you're a special boy. Sanguinomancer. They always kind of spook me still. That's not a bad amulet either. 1, 2, 3. They just like really go for me. They kind of ignore everything else and just go right for me half the time. 84. Got Heart of Thunder. We swapped over Lightning Walker just so we can reach the conversion node faster. Because I think I'm just going to probably swap off of Fizz to Lightning and into conversion sooner than later. Not too many maps have scary bosses. Bramble Valley kind of does. It's just the fact that you're fighting all 3 harvest bosses, which is like weird that they made this a map, I think, versus individual maps, but sure. So, yeah, they're a little bit mechanically spooky. The cat is really the one that just, like, does something that isn't quite clear half the time how you're supposed to avoid it. So we just gotta be a little bit careful. Yeah, because the cat's phasing already. And he's just gonna walk around, pouncing now, and a little bit awkward to avoid when he does the big ball thing. Also, like, they don't really behave as you'd want them to. Like, they don't phase on time. they're just kind of a clunky setup of a boss for you. Alright, so my Keurig is spent. Let's check our missions. We've got plenty of missions. Oh, there's one graveyard. Recipe for accuracy. Whoa! Alright, down goes the courtyard. One more for us there. Something. Oh, a comprehensive scouting report. Nice, it's our first one of those. And that's an infinite sanguinomancer. Alright, let's just clear off the area first, because I don't want to fight this thing with any more distractions that I need, you know. Something to note while fighting this map does have Vuln on it. So, she is a Fizz Bleed Mercenary. It's like a little bit extra spooky. To give myself a little leg up, I'm actually going to run ahead and grab the shrine, the guaranteed shrine in the area, then come back and clear her out. Okay, it's a massive shrine, which is pretty good, plus a regen shrine, shrouded shrine, even better. Alright, that's like a good combo of shrines to be a little bit safer. Let's see what she has. She has a life sprig. Of course she would. Well, I mostly want that divine vessel, and the fact that we said we wouldn't skip any mercs, so let's just, you know, keep it low and slow. Maybe she'll never come over here. Perfect. Easy. Nice and safe. And there's also enough time on our shrines to go grab the boss. This is like really, I like using shrines in maps. They're one of my preferred initial Atlas investments, and I typically use them even till level 100, just because they're comfy. It's a ghost, no ghosts. You do get goats though. Well, quite the same. This boss can kill you if you, I guess, just stood still and ate all these slams, but keep your distance, run a circle, never a problem. Boss dead. One thing to look out for when playing totems is monster skills chain. I do believe there is, there we go, the final one in Lunaris is avoid projectiles that have chained. Until you get that, just be a little bit careful, because you're placing totems down constantly, right? And there's nothing that could stop things that have large amounts of change, especially boss abilities that shotgun, potentially exploding, overlapping damage, to just be bouncing between your totems, splashing all over you, so just be a little bit careful. I could feel the chaining projectiles. It's a little bit awkward, but I could definitely feel the damage I'm being slapped by periodically here. Boop. Nice. Wharf complete. We're also going to grab this guaranteed strongbox. We picked up these Einhorn nodes early on, which is really nice, just having them. We're going to probably invest more into Bestiary, because it's just a great way to get guaranteed uniques. Every map has at least a red beast, so, you know, to guarantee flasks, helmets, amulets, that sort of stuff, it's pretty convenient. You know, it's funny, people inherently, who just maybe don't know PoE or don't know hardcore as much, will be playing around rare mobs and bosses. Not that they can't kill you, but realistically, you're not going to die to a rare mob or a boss, because you're naturally on guard. What is going to kill you, I would say 90% of the time, is a pack of blue mobs that have projectiles. That is what's going to get you. A pack of blue mobs that have flicker or projectiles, because people just let their guard down around what I would describe as normal mobs. But that's actually what's most like, they're the things that are spookiest. Like, there's like typically 20 of them. They all have a modifier. They have enhanced stats, and they're there to kill you. So, just if you're going to be spooked about anything, be more afraid of large packs of magic mobs, because that's the fucking silent killer. People seem to forget that when you do Bestiary, you get Einhar, and he disappears after the beasts are captured. But Einhar does have something interesting, which is this boon of the first ones, which gives you life regen, life leech, and life on kill. The last two don't affect us because we're totems, but the life regen is actually super nice. It's like having a free level 20 vitality. And there is a node on the Atlas passive tree that we're going to grab here in a moment that says Einhar persists after he completes his mission of capturing all the beasts in the map. Meaning, the second you see a beast, you now have Einhar for the remainder of the map. Which might not seem super good, but is actually low-key pretty useful. It just means you get to walk around with free vitality always. Ah, it's converted to chaos. Not ideal, but that's okay. Oh, I love proc shield. So much fun. Okay, it's Shikari time, the Desert Stream boss. We've talked about this, you know, when we were back in Act 9. But, yeah, it's a pretty standard fight if you just have to follow this dumb scorpion around. The nice part, though, about the map version, which is at least better. When you actually get to the Shikari fight itself, there is no technical invuln phase. There is no iframe immunity phase. You can just kill her fast enough. So if you have the damage, you could just get through the fight in a heartbeat. There's level 85, which we're just going to take this opportunity to grab the Fizz converted as lightning, which does mean we can now drop the Fizz, what is it, Fizz 2 lightning notable at the gem. And we could slap on an extra support, which we're probably going to use multi-totem because of the quality of life of it. And its downside is fairly negligible at this stage of the game. Also, multi-totem, which gives us extra totems, lets us place more than one totem at a time, has less of a downside, I would say, because of Ritual of Awakening. Having more totems is just more better. Eventually, we get a Shaper-influenced shield, which can roll +1 totem with no downside. And that's fantastic. So here's the actual fight itself. So this is where I meant, if you can kill Shikari before she phases in a second here, we just don't have to deal with the bullshit. So there she goes, and no immunity phases. Let's see if I can 6-link this thing. Control left click, and no, that's okay. Then you get 3 red, 2 blue now. Done. 1, 2, 3. Duration, and now multi-totem. So it's +2 max totems. I summon twice, 2 at a time, and they do less damage, but it's kind of offset by the fact that I have my ritual last lab, you know, that strong ascendancy. I'm once again out of maps I have not done, so it's back to Kirik. And Kirik has an Arid Lake with Fizz Reflect. I do no Fizz, neither do my people, so perfect. My Merc might do Fizz. We'll find out when he kills himself or not. There's 2 totems at once now, which means I will have an easier time with clear for sure. Oops. Oh, I don't like the blue cannibals. That always concerns me. Harbinger. It's kind of a spooky mechanic. Arid Lake is the exact same thing as the Arid Lake area, you know, as far as mob types and stuff, but the boss is just, the boss is just the bog boss. I see cannibals throwing Molotov cocktails, and it fucking scares me. Because they're going to do it off screen, and I really can't super see it. So when I see, like, there's a shrine there, I approach this extremely, you know, carefully. I'm very timorous when it comes to how I walk towards shrines. Especially when the mob type is, like, bad on a map. Yeah, see, that's acceleration shrine. That could have been a little bit spooky. So yeah, now I get 5 totems down, because I have +2 max. So it's just like this pile of totems. It's pretty sweet. Multi-totem support, I think, is something you actually drop eventually, but it is, like, super comfy for totem builds to use. Some people just keep it on. They'll lose a little bit of DPS and just keep it on because it just feels better, you know. It's snappier, it's just better clear. Not every totem wants it, but yeah. You know, that's actually a pretty sweet little ring. I wish it was, like, just higher rolls because they're just not that high, but it has, like, all the things I'd want, you know? It's got life, mana, res, recoup, but fuck, it's just so low level, or low rolls. Ooh, a red map. Yeah, we're red map gamers. Hey, Dodri. Very simple fight. Place totems, run around, nothing happens. A lot of uniques, huh? Terran Shiver's pretty good. Don't need it, but it's pretty good. And nope. There goes my jewel. Trying to get a corrupting blood jewel just so I can save myself a passive, but it's trickier. It's trickier said than done. Jesus Christ, the amount of there's so much visual cluster with this build. It's honestly, like, I wouldn't even recommend it in hardcore just because the clarity goes absolutely down to shit. Like, I can't see anything that's happening near these enemies. It's just a fuck. Look at that. What the fuck am I supposed to do with that?